Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Iyun Benzion. Today we are doing Kesubos Lamed Gimel 33 in Kesubos. We're going to talk about abortion today. I like to talk about relevant things that people can relate to. It is a political hot button topic, especially now that they overturned Roe v. Wade um, and declared that abortion is essentially not allowed. Not allowed. You can't commit abortion. Technically, there's no. I still goes by the states, but technically, it's not Roe v. Wade asserted that you technically have every right in the world to do abortion. There's nothing stopping you from doing abortion. States could maybe regulate it, but Roe v. Wade was overturned, and technically, there's a problem with abortion. It's like killing. Um, Now, what's the Torah's perspective? Ben Shapiro, of course, Ben Shapiro is famous. Of course, it's killing. He takes the Republican, the conservative view. Of course, it's killing. His famous debates with people, a fetus, they have mental capacities. Of course, they're killing them. Anyway, if you want to talk about debating from a rational perspective, that's one thing, and we could talk about it at a different time. But today, I'm going to give you pretty much what the Torah has to say about it, and the Torah actually talks about this very clearly. The bottom Lama Gilman Aleph, the Gemara makes a statement. The Gemara says, about 8-10 lines from the bottom, Rav Shisha Braid Ravidi Amar Chol B'Chavir Nami Amon Mishalom Milkal Lalaki. He says, when you hit your friend, right, you violate a law in the Torah. Pen Yosef Lako. So you also chayav mamon if you injure him. Chol B'Chaviro. So which one do you get? So you get malchus. You get mamon. You have to pay mamon. Torah. What's his proof? His proof is from this passage. It's talking about a case which we pass on the Rabbanan. If you try to kill somebody and you're killing somebody else, right? So they warn you, don't kill this person, and you go ahead and you throw something. You throw at the wrong person. You killed a different person. I'm talking about a woman here. You killed a woman. So if you kill the woman, so then you're chayiv misa, and your putter she also had a miscarriage when you killed her. She was pregnant, right? That's the Torah talks. She's pregnant. She had a miscarriage. So the miscarriage is worth money. The fetus is worth money. You don't have to pay for the fetus. You get executed. Your state is not responsible for the fetus. However, if she's not killed, so then you have to pay for the fetus. Now, the Torah said, the Gemara says that we see from here, the Gemara seemingly, and that's how we assume halacha, that if you're warned for something more severe, and we'll see in a second that Misa is more severe than Malchus. Malchus is a limited form of torture, not an unending form of torture. So that was a limited form of torture. So Misa is more severe. Getting executed is more severe than getting lashed. So therefore, when you got warned not to kill the person, it's also a warning not to hit the person. So at the end of the day, you had a warning. So technically, you'd be chayiv malchus for causing the miscarriage. If you hit the woman, but only the fetus died, you didn't kill the woman, so you have to pay mamon for that. The Torah says you pay money for that. You pay restitution for the fetus over there. However, you do not get malchus, even though you're warned for the malchus. You don't get malchus for hitting the person. Why not? So, in footnote 42 over here, even in brackets, says, "For I cannot receive lash in addition to paying the money, since the verse states according to his wickedness." See above 32b. He's talking about Rabbi Yochanan's drasha. Kedei Rishaso. It says Kedei Rishaso. Rabbi Shum Risha Achas. Atam Mechayev. Atam Mechayev Shum Shtei Rishayos. You can't be Mechayev based in seemingly. You can't be Mechayev someone Malchus and Mammon at the same time. Rabbi Yochanan learns that, and it says next to that pasuk, Arbaim Yakenu or something like that about Malchus. So you see, Rabbi Yochanan learns from that pasuk Kedei Rishaso. When you have Misa and Malchus, you get Malchus. You get Malchus. Malchus is more chomer. And we explained yesterday's not yesterday. We did this morning, but on 32, Daf Kesubos Lamed Beis 32, I explained in Benzion the machlokas fundamentally between Ula and Rabbi Yochanan is that how do we learn Malchus and Mammon? Rabbi Yochanan says you got Malchus, not Mammon. Ula says you got Mammon and not Malchus in general. What's their machlokas based on? So Rabbi Yochanan gave an answer to two Mishnayos, to resolve two Mishnayos based on the concept of when there's Hasra, when there's not Hasra. Ula rejected that premise because Ula holds that the idea that, as opposed to, where it's clear from Lamed Gimel and Beis, when you have Misa and Mammon, there it's called Kamle b'derabmine, right? Technically, you're chayiv Misa and Mammon, but basically only enforce the more stricter one. When it comes to Malchus and Mammon, Ula fundamentally argues on Rabbi Yochanan. He doesn't hold it with Dei Rishas. Dei Rishas, Rabbi Yochanan learns, sounds like Mishum Risha Achas Tam Mechayev, Mishum Shtei Rishayos. That basically you're chayiv both the Misa and Malchus. So basically, can't punish you. So we learn just like Kam Leb Duramin, it's the same svara. Basically, can't punish you, even though technically you're chayav for both things. Ula doesn't hold like that. Ula, who we paskin like, holds that when you have Misa when you have Malchus and Mammon, the idea is that one is absolved. It's one patters the other. There's no chiyuv at all for the other one. It's not that Basin can't punish you or do things. I mean, that one absolves the chiyuv for the other, and he feels since Mammon is more strict, right? Because Mammon, like I mentioned, and just in Svara, Mammon makes more sense that Mammon is more strict because person would pay $200, would get $200 to accept lashes, right? As long as you give him only 39 lashes, he'll take money for that. Most people will cause themselves to suffer. This is a Svara Pshuta, I think. Most people will cause themselves to suffer, and they'll get lashes. They'll deprive themselves of food. They'll deprive themselves of good things in life just to save money. People will go crazy to save money. They will. So, which one is more severe? So, logically, he learns that the Mammon patters the Malchus. And where does the Torah tell you? It tells you right over here. It tells you over here. It tells you from this pasuk. That's where he learns from. He learns from over here that even though you hit her, right, which is a lav in the Torah, and you did Malchus, right, and you in chayiv Mammon for the fetus, right, which is worth money, for causing the miscarriage. He heard Ula holds that the Mammon exempts the chiyuv of the Malchus, meaning you didn't do anything wrong. Now, once we say that, I mean you didn't do anything wrong in terms of hitting her. So, if there was a reason to say abortion is also for a different lav in the Torah, which some of the Achronim say there's some other lav in the Torah, it's Isra Essay, there's a lav in the Torah, there's lav in the Torah, it's clear you're not chayav misa for killing a fetus. That's clear in the Torah. But they say they make up, there's a different essay, there's a different lav, there's another problem, there's an Isser in killing a baby, and killing a fetus, some other Isser. So why did the Gemara refer to that over here, right? Why did the Gemara refer? Oh, there's a different, saying even if there was some other Isser, the Torah says the most basic Isser is Malchus for hitting her. It's exempted according to Ula. According to Ula, is an exemption. There's no Isser. You didn't do any Aveira over here. It's not that basic came in Mechabi. There's no Aveira over here for hitting the woman, and certainly there's no. If there was some other problem with killing a fetus, right, that would also be absolved. It's not as chomer as Malchus. So if Malchus is absolved because of the Mammon, so too that is absolved. It shows you that there's no chiyuv over here of Malchus at all. There's no chiyuv of Malchus at all, and there's no other chiyuv, Yisr Essay, Yisr Lab. They're not in the Torah. It's not found in the Torah. It's very clear from here that abortion. Now that's talking about when you're killing someone else's fetus. If you kill your own fetus, which is abortion. So we learn from this Gemara that there's no other isurim involved, and even if there was an isur, it was pater by the mammon. So there's no mention of any other isurim over here. So I would think that technically, if you wanted to kill your own fetus, I think according to Torah's perspective, abortion would be 100% mutter, and you pay mammon for mammon. If it's your own baby, you don't pay mammon to yourself. I mean, you can decide what you want to do with your property. If you want to take your basketball and take it out of air and rip it to shreds, you could do that also. It's your money. Anyway, that seems to be what the Gemara says over here about abortion. Hope you enjoyed today's share. It's pretty important, and it's very clear what Torah's view is, in my opinion. Bye.